Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, we are laughing and remembering an SNL and comedy icon, looking back at the career of Norm Macdonald. Then, find out why this could be the perfect time to fly to Europe. Thrifty Traveler is back with the deets, and he's answering your travel questions from our Facebook page. And it is one of the fastest growing sports in the country, pickleball. Why I'm jumping on the pickle train and trying this red-hot sport for the first time. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Good morning, Becker. Good morning, Alexandria. Good morning, Maple Valley, Washington. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister, an Old Country Buffet's Employee of the Month, Squat and Gobble's very own Kendall Mark.
Hi. Squat and Gobble.
That's what we used to call Old Country Buffet in Indiana. The Squat and Gobble.
Did you squat while gobbling?
Well, yeah, you would get your plate, and then you would sit, and then you would gobble.
So you'd sit and gobble, not squat and gobble.
Well, either one. If they didn't have a chair available. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. I have so many things to get to. First, let's say hello to our audience. Please welcome to our virtual audience today. It's Michelle from Bloomington and our friend Kim from Rochester. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
We're going to be talking to them a little bit later. They have some questions for us, Kendall, so get ready. These are Barbara Walters-esque questions, and we'll talk to them a little bit later. But thanks for being here, ladies. Speaking of ladies, Kendall, the first thing, we just got this email right before we went on the air. Would you like me to read it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. You'll love it.
Okay.
It's from Michelle Hamill, and she writes one thing, just one sentence. You ready?
Yes.
Kendall seemed really crabby yesterday.
That was it? Love, Michelle.
I love people. Like Michelle, this is what I love about our viewers. Mm-hmm. Michelle's busy, girl. Michelle's busy. Mm-hmm. She took the time to go to her phone or computer, log into the internets, find the direct message, and write just one sentence. Kendall seemed crabby yesterday. Were you crabby yesterday?
I don't remember. What did we talk about?
I don't know. I don't think you were crabby.
I don't remember being crabby.
Yeah, but if you were, Michelle noticed, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, I love you, Michelle. Hey, before we get started with the hot dish, this whole segment, basically, we're going to laugh and remember Norm Macdonald. And I just want to say, for Norm, for us, when I think of Norm Macdonald, I think of my old job anchoring the Fox 9 Buzz, which was a lifestyle show. And within the first couple months of the show, second month of the show in 2009, Norm was an in-studio guest with myself, Keith Marler, and my buddy Alex Kendall. And Norm, if you know anything about him, he loved chaos. He loved creating comedy chaos and watching the chips fall where they may. I did not know this, and he proceeded to give me the most uncomfortable 8 minutes of television I've ever done. He grabbed the scripts that I had in my hand and threw them on the floor. We had done like a...
Literally threw them on the floor?
Literally. And it was chaos, and I was young and not sure this was a new show, and I was freaking out. My co-host, Keith Marler, loved it. Loved every minute. I was miserable because I didn't know what was going to happen. In retrospect, I now feel lucky. It's like being razzed by Don Rickles. I feel very lucky that I was caught in that because that was part of his comedy genius. And that's where we're going to start with today's hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Yeah, it is a sad start to the hot dish, as we remember comedian and SNL star Norm Macdonald. Norm died yesterday of cancer, something that he'd been dealing with for 9 years but kept private, except for, I think, a handful of people. Norm was a cast member on SNL for 5 seasons, hosting Weekend Update for 3 years in the mid-90s. SNL tweeted this yesterday. There are so many things we'll miss about Norm, from his unflinching integrity to his generosity to his consistent ability to surprise, absolutely. But most of all, he was just plain funny. No one was funny like Norm. one of the things about Norm and Weekend Update, I went on a little YouTube vortex yesterday, watching Norm clips and watching a lot of Weekend Update. You know, the TV story goes, he was fired from Weekend Update because a big wig at NBC was friends with O.J. Simpson. And Norm didn't care and kept putting O.J. Simpson jokes into Weekend Update just to pee off the boss. And if you know anything about me, nothing makes me happier than poking the bosses.
Nothing.
Like our current administration, Marion Mim Davy Kessler, Sarah Jessica Parker, or as I call her, Mim Jong-un. That's right. Well, besides Weekend Update, Norm was known for his impressions of Bob Dole, Larry King, and of course, Burt Reynolds. Look at this.
Burt Reynolds.
That's not my name.
Okay. Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, what do you want?
You buzzed in.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, well, that's your opinion.
I hate my job.
Look, you can make a list. I'm sure Rolling Stone has done this. I know they rated the cast members, but you could make a list of the 25 best SNL skits ever. This has to be on that list. Oh, that answer. Anyway, we can't even say what he said. Thank you. You all know what Norm said there when he called on that category. The Celebrity Jeopardy with him as a disgruntled Burt Reynolds is fantastic. And if memory serves me right, I think he wrote those skits. That was his idea. Well, besides his work on SNL, movies, and TV shows, McDonald was a frequent late-night guest on all the shows. And he was, again, here's another list, top 10 best talk show guests ever, including my favorite, you know this, Letterman. He loved Dave. My goodness, did he love Dave. Yesterday, Dave tweeted, "In the world of stand-up, Norm was the best. Always up to something, ever certain until his matter-of-fact delivery leveled you." Norm was part of Letterman's, now before we roll this, he was part of Letterman's final stretch of shows, Kendall, in 2015. As I said, Letterman meant everything to Norm. Norm was a teenager when he went to see Letterman perform stand-up and was instantly in awe of Dave. And they were dear friends. And Letterman didn't like sentimental crap, neither did Norm. But this can make a grown man cry. Look at what happened on Norm's final appearance.
I know that Mr. Letterman is not for the mawkish, and he has no truck for the sentimental. But if something is true, it is not sentimental. And I say in truth, I love you. Oh, my God.
Now let's stay on this, Leo. Don't go off this if you can. You know, you rarely saw that shot of Letterman, you know, darkened at his desk when performers would do their thing. But obviously the director, like Leo, was fantastic and took that shot. And you saw that's real emotion. I mean, Norm breaking up. I remember watching this live in 2015 on the original air date. And I broke down because you didn't see that with Dave and you didn't see that with Norm. That's genuine affection right there. He was also a frequent guest on Conan O'Brien's various shows. Yesterday, Conan tweeted, "Norm had the most unique comedic voice I've ever encountered, and he was so relentlessly and uncompromisingly funny. I will never laugh that hard again. I'm so sad for all of us today." And get ready to laugh again because we found one of Norm's many appearances on Conan. Look at this.
How do you feel about a woman? She's supposed to be my life partner. I look in the mirror the other day and I says to her, I says, "Honey, I look in the mirror and all I see is a fat, ugly old man. And I need you to give me a compliment." She says, "All right then, your eyesight is near perfect." I said, "You dirty dog."
Another one of, now we could do the whole hour on this. I said this on the radio show. Another one of my favorite visits of Norm and Conan. Conan was on there with Courtney Thorne-Smith, who is in a movie and with, what's his name? Carrot Top. I almost said Carrot Cake. and it was called Chairman of the Board. And Norm said, how is it spelled? B-O-R-E-D? I mean, it's just, yeah. Last night, nearly all the late night hosts paid their respects. Thank you, Eric, for like, wasn't that good? All of them paid their respects to McDonald. We put this together, look.
And I remember just getting on Saturday Night Live, and I was in L.A., and I went to some hotel, and I'm walking past the lobby, and who's having breakfast? Norm Macdonald. I go, oh my gosh. So I go over, I'm freaking out, because he's one of my comedy idols. And I go over to him, I go, oh, Norm, I go, hi, my name is Jimmy Fallon, I love you so much. You're the best. And he was eating breakfast with Bob Newhart, and he looked at me and he goes, the best? It's Bob Newhart.
He loved, or I should say, he just didn't care if he was bombing. If he thought the jokes were good, he had exactly as much fun telling them to a dead audience than to one who appreciated them. And I think for so many of us, we came up watching Norm and we thought that you were on the inside with him when you were watching him tell these jokes that you thought were great and no one in the room thought was good.
I wish I were a good enough comedian to come up with a joke right now about Norm Macdonald having died. But the only comedian I know who could get away with a Norm Macdonald is dead joke is Norm Macdonald. And I'm gonna miss the fact that there's nobody left on the planet who can do that, and the comedy world is poor for it today. So.
Yeah. You know, celebrities pass all the time, and not a lot of them are shocking because you're like, oh, well, they're 18 million years old. This one was a shock for various reasons. Norm Macdonald, 61 years old. We're going to take a break. We have a lot more to come. Back after this.
More hot topics in the hot dish are coming up next. If there's a guy in Hollywood you don't want mad at you, it's the creator of The Sopranos. Well, someone at Warner Brothers didn't get that memo. The story is ahead. Then, thinking of an overseas trip? Well, Thrifty Traveler will tell you where exactly to go this fall for the best deals. Plus, he's answering your travel cues from our Facebook page. And it's tennis, plus badminton, plus a little bit of ping pong. It's pickleball, and it's one of the fastest growing sports in the country. And today, I'm about to find out why. That and more when we return.
In tonight's California Recall edition of Live Witness News.
Have you voted in the recall?
I have voted in the recall. I have made my decision. And I had a couple of friends recommending different things. They didn't speak to me like Larry Eldridge did.
So nobody, like the stuff that people were saying about Pat Sajak, that didn't resonate with you?
Didn't resonate with me.
Do you think that Kanye West will make a good governor if elected?
Absolutely not.
So Kanye's running for governor in California, but he's having these campaign listening parties in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Do you think that's misguided?
I believe so. You're not reaching the audience that you need to reach.
If Larry ends up not winning, will you be voting in next month's recall to recall whoever wins the recall?
Yes, and I encourage everyone to vote.
Got it.
In the recall, as I say after every one of these, Kendall, I weep for the future. And by the way, Fox has tried to recall our show, and that amendment failed yesterday as well. Yeah.
Sorry, we're here.
We're here. More hot dish for you. Days after announcing her engagement on Instagram, Britney Spears is gone, girl. She turned off social media, Kendall. She's off. Well, kinda. According to Page 6, it was all Britney's decision. She wants to celebrate her engagement and take some time to be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Reports are she also wants to prove that she's on the right path amid her ongoing conservatorship battle. In a few weeks, a court hearing could determine if the conservatorship will actually end. Recently, her father filed a petition to end his involvement in the matter. Yeah, she wants to take time off of social media. I think that's a great idea. I was just reading a study, internal documents from the Facebook allegedly showing the damage it's doing to all of us, you know, on self-esteem and body image. And yes, Britney, that's like the first That's the first great move from that camp in a long time.
Right. And she has been known to post some things that are a little like, I don't get why you would post that. So
The booby shots.
Yeah, the bubby shots that have been coming up lately. So I agree. It's a good, like, let's just not for a little while.
Yeah. Again, I love her. We don't make fun of people that are troubled usually. I can make a snarky remark or two, but I just don't understand those shots.
The bubby and the booty shots.
I don't
are
understand.
necessary, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I almost did a spoof of it this weekend. I almost did my own, and I thought, no. Because I can see, you know what I saw over my shoulder? Executive producer Jeff going, no, emails will come in. Next year marks, next year marks the 20 years since we were all dancing to this song. Remember this? I meant to say 20 years ago we were all dancing to the song except for director Leo, who was still doing the Macarena. That's Janet Jackson's All For You, which was released in March of 2001. Immediately, I mean, it rocketed to the charts, becoming #1. And hello, we're proud. It was recorded here in Minnesota at Flight Time Studios, right down the road from where we are. Down there in Edina by the Southdale Center Mall, and the fancy rich people mall, the Galleria. Well, good news for Janet fans. She's set to release a new album by the end of the year. It will be released through her own label, Rhythm Nation Records. Janet is also releasing a new documentary in January. We told you about that. And listen to this. I couldn't believe this, Kendall. This is her first album since 2015.
That is pretty nuts. I mean, this song does not feel 20 years old.
No.
It feels so fresh.
It's so good.
Even if it came out now, people, I think, would still really love it.
I love that video, too. It's still a great video.
No, that's grooving.
Now, can I speak to her real quick? Do you know what I'm going to say?
Please, speak to Janet.
Hi, Janet. Thank you, Leo, for cutting the music off. Janet, hi. Can you please do us a favor? When the divas return, you know, they come back after a while, like Mimi. You know, she stopped selling her QVC crap and released a new album. Please, Janet, make your return first single an up-tempo one. Don't give us that mid-tempo thing where we don't know what to do with it. Do we dance? Right. Do we listen to it when someone breaks up with us? You know what I mean? Give us a nice All For You or a nice Control.
We don't want your people to have to remix it to make it fun.
Thank you. Thank you. What Kendall means is, because I speak fluent gay, she means we can't depend on my people to re-record it and give a club mix.
Right, because they will, and they'll be fabulous, but we would like you to just start that way.
It's our people's work. That's right, taking slow songs and making them fast.
Woo!
Next up, it's becoming the latest battle in Hollywood, releasing movies on streaming the same day they arrive in theaters. Well, the latest filmmaker really upset about this is David Chase, you know, the creator of a little TV show called The Sopranos. His upcoming Sopranos prequel movie, The Many Saints of Newark, will be released October 1st in theaters and at the same time on HBO Max. But in a new interview, he said he is very angry about the decision and probably wouldn't have even made the movie if he knew it was going to be released on a streaming site at the same time as a theater. Chase said he created the story as a movie and people should see it in a theater. I can see both sides of this. As a consumer, we love the convenience. I love being able to go home and pressing a button and watching a first-run movie. However, I can see where the creator, the artist, the director is peed. Because if I'm directing a movie, I want it to be seen in a theater, loud and big. You know, I get it. I know it's easy to roll your eyes, oh, the creator, or when actors go, I am an actor. But I get it. You put blood, sweat, and tears into a project, and you're not told, oh, wait, it's going to be, you can watch it on your iPhone. Right. No, Sally. Sit down, Sally. Right. No, I would be mad too.
And there's usually, of course, a financial reason for a lot of them too, but they put so much work into those minute details that we don't notice in our basement theater, you know, which is usually like a TV. Yeah. And that's it.
Or in on the bus watching it on your phone, you know? By the way, Apple announced all new phones yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah, aren't they basically just purple with the longer battery life?
Kinda, yeah. Next time, just call Kindle, so you don't even need to watch the presentation.
It's very old.
The new ones are just purple with longer battery life. Thank you, Kindle,
I'm just
for that.
saying they just want us to buy new things. It's just dumb.
I know, but who's already signed up?
I'll take your 3 old ones that are all newer than mine.
No, girl, I trade them in.
Okay. Well,
every year. It's like co-hosts. Just trade them in and get it. We're up for renewal with her, right? I mean, it's like an iPhone.
I just turned purple and I have a longer battery life.
That's right. Touché, my love. I wouldn't trade you in for the world.
Oh, really?
I would handcuff the two of us together, and photographer Eric. We're a package deal.
No, he wouldn't.
You're right, I wouldn't, but it's all right. Oh, and Jeff too.
It's a lot of coffee, no
It's a lot of coffee. Next up, it's the Halloween treat most Minnesotans would love to get. No, not a candy bar or sucker. Ranch dressing. That's right. If you don't know, ranch dressing is the official condiment of the state of Minnesota. Check this out. Look at this, people. Hidden Valley is selling treat-sized packets of ranch goodness for Halloween. Imagine, if you will, getting one of those in your candy bucket. Perfect for dipping some fries or covering your pizza.
Oh, cute.
A bag of 30 ranch packets will set you back $20 plus shipping. They're available at hiddenvalley.com. I would totally give that out just to see the faces of the kids. I have a colleague on my radio station, My Talk 1071. Her name is Colleen Lindstrom, and she's famous for a lot of things. Number 1, being fabulous. Number 2, she gives like dental floss out and toothbrushes and rulers to the kids.
Yeah, I lived next to a dentist. He did that too.
Well, Colleen is not a dentist.
Yeah,
she's a show host.
No, but that is the wacky part.
We give her grief every year. We're like, what are you going to give? What are you going to give the kids this year? Paper clips? Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's also a Hidden Valley Ranch costume if you want to dress up.
Well, okay, let me just say this. That's a great gift if you want to give the kids like pizza and ranch.
No, Kendall, you can't put lipstick on this pig. It's still a pig.
I think it sounds delicious.
Let's talk to our audience. Kim, which, by the way, look at Kim sitting out in the middle of the wilderness. Kim, where are you?
I'm in the backyard.
I love it. Kim, you wouldn't give ranch to the kiddos, would you?
Oh, heck no.
No. What do you usually give, Kim, if you don't mind me asking? Are you a candy bar kind of girl? Are you like a sweet tarts? What's your treat of choice?
Oh, we try to get the bags that have a lot of different things, but you have to have Kit Kats.
Oh, yep. Oh, okay. See, I'm going to Kim's house. Michelle, how about you? Are you, what kind of treats for the kiddos?
Oh yeah, definitely a candy bar Butterfinger, if I may.
Look at Michelle. I'm going to Michelle's house, and then I'm going to Kim's house. The 2 good ones. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. I want chocolate. No offense. I mean, like the Tootsie Pops, and don't give me Tootsie Rolls. When I was a kid, I used to give them all to my cousin that I didn't like. I didn't. So I'd be like, okay, I'd go through, dump the bag out, sort them out.
Yep.
My mom would check for razor blades.
Yep.
Yes, I'm a kid of the 80s.
That's
an old
too.
reference.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the Tootsie Rolls I would give to my cousin.
It's not a bad idea. I'm just envisioning you if a kid came to your condo. Would you give him like Diet Coke?
Oh, no.
Well, I'm assuming you don't have any candy. Do you get trick or treat, Jason? Do you get
Why? Because you think I don't like children? I don't like children now get this straight, or I'm replacing you immediately.
Again.
I don't enjoy children in movies and television shows.
And?
Because they slow things down.
And? When they sing?
Oh, yeah, I don't like singing children either.
And?
That's it.
When they're at parks or in lines or in restaurants misbehaving?
Sometimes, yeah.
Or when they get too close?
No, I don't mind that. Anyway, we got to go. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. Welcome back. Well, after a surge in travel over the summer, airline prices are once again cooling off. Yay! And it's got folks at Thrifty Traveler very excited. None more than our next guest, our dear friend, the founder of Thrifty Traveler, The one and only Jared, everybody. He's back. Okay, now I love this. Right before, did they not know we were doing this segment?
I'm just dropping bombs on you, like right before the segment starts.
Because literally, I wish you guys could see this. Leo, take camera 5. On the card for Jared, the first thing says, fares to Europe are dirt cheap. Jared sits down in the commercial break, and what did you just say to me?
I was like, yeah, you know what we're going to talk about? Well, it's kind of gone, but it's not really. So yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh, let's talk about it. So what are we looking at here?
So in the last week, since like Wednesday of last week, we've seen the cheapest fares from almost every airport in the United States to Europe that we've ever seen. So like $275 from Minneapolis to like Madrid, Rome. Normally these are like as much as $1,000 or $1,200. So I know it's like, you're like $200, you know, that's how much it costs to go to Chicago or
Chicago is more expensive nowadays. Yeah.
It's crazy. So like things in, you know, at Thrifty Traveler, it seems like we're hitting like the bottom of pricing. But I mean, still this morning you can book almost every U.S. airport, including of course like Minneapolis, Duluth, Fargo, you know, to Europe for $400. So still, you know, discounted a good $400 to $500.
Did you see this coming? Or is this a surprise to you?
It's as low as they are is surprising. You know, 300s, you know, that would be great. But then you see 200s and you're like, whoa, like the airlines are concerned. Like they need cash to survive. So the one thing they can do is lower prices.
They're going for volume.
They are.
They're going for volume.
Need that cash.
Well, and you know where, well, you, per usual, you know what you're talking about. You just returned from Germany and France.
Yeah.
What do we need to know? I mean, you live it for us. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so the rules for, you know, traveling to Europe are changing all the time. You know, it was that, you know, if you had a COVID-19, you know, test, you could enter Europe. It's getting a little bit more difficult right now with COVID situation in general. So it is easier to go if you have been vaccinated, but you're really going to have to check the rules. And we have a great guide at thriftytraveler.com. You can just type in country by country guide in our search bar or on our homepage. It's right there with all those rules.
I will tell you, per usual, I walk the walk. Jared helped me with Hawaii a few months ago. Small crowds, I heard that you said. Yeah,
for sure. Like it was just, you know, when we were in Germany, it was German tourists, or Italy, Italian tourists. You know, we saw very few Americans.
Here's a little. What are we looking at here, Jared?
I think we are in
Germany?
On the Swiss-German border. Yes. So that's the Rhine River. So yeah, just a nice little spot. It was nice and quiet. Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Where has, now that every time you've been on the show, I've asked you this, but now there's been years and more trips. Right now, if I had to peg you down, where is one of your favorite locations that you've been recently?
Yeah, I love the mountains, like Switzerland, Austria, southern Germany, which you were seeing right there. You know, my wife loves cities.
Yeah.
So, you know, but right now, you know, Italy, cheap. Italy is, you know, so easy to get to, and it's relatively inexpensive once you get there. And the food and drink, I don't think I need to explain to anybody.
Yeah, no, I mean, it speaks for itself. What happens, you know, we were talking about rules and restrictions. Do you know what happens? And again, go to Thrifty for specific details. What if you get there and you test positive, or, I mean, are you stuck, or what happens?
Yes, that is the ultimate anxiety-producing, you know, risk that you take, that you'd have to quarantine, you know, for up to 2 weeks before you'd be able to come back to the United States. So that is kind of terrifying.
Just a little bit. Again, I had that even going to Hawaii. Let's talk about some other deals right now. It wouldn't be a Jared appearance without that.
Yeah.
He pulled out the sheet.
The list. And the list is pretty big because we've got some crazy
That's fine.
deals.
We have 2 minutes, I just heard, so it's perfect.
All right. So United, things are changing every single day. You know, we talk about those Europe deals, you know, that are no longer here.
No kidding.
But some stuff popped up this morning. So Minneapolis, and this is through spring of 2022, Minneapolis to Bozeman for $96, round trip on United through May. Minneapolis to Savannah, Georgia, which is a great city if you haven't visited. $96 again through May. Myrtle Beach, $96, and Los Angeles, $96. So whether you want to go, you know, in a few weeks or through, you know, next spring, it's $96. These aren't going to last very long. So hop on Google Flights to book. You know, if you want to get these emails to your inbox, sign up for Thrifty Traveler Premium because they're the first to know. Another deal that just died 20 minutes ago was Minneapolis to Puerto Rico for $136.
What?
Yeah, and that's normally like...
But it's dead, folks. It's dead.
I know. I'm just... But yeah, these are the things that are popping up. And we always say the hotter the deal, the shorter it lasts. So, you know, if you get an alert from Thrifty Traveler or you see something crazy, just book it.
Yes, because remind folks, I still think a lot of people don't know, The law is, what is it again?
U.S. Department of Transportation rule that if you book a flight directly through the airline, use Google Flights, then book directly through Delta, American, or whatever, you can cancel it within 24 hours of booking. So book now, ask questions later, as we always do. Talk to your spouse, a friend, or family member that you're going to travel with. And then, if it doesn't work, you can just cancel it directly through the airline, and they'll refund it right to your credit card within 24 hours.
I call it the home goods rule. When you go to Home Goods and you see something like, should I get that mirror? And then you leave, you don't get it, and then you regret it, and you go back, and it's gone.
It is exactly the same.
That's seriously. Hey, we posted earlier on our Facebook page your questions for Jared. We got a lot of them. He'll be answering them when we come back. Back in a moment. That's crazy. Is Chicago still expensive? Chicago's pretty cheap.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
I never did get to say congratulations to our creative service team and the guys at the Am House. That promotion was nominated for an Emmy, singing our theme song. Welcome back. We're here with Jared from Thrifty Traveler. He's now answering your travel-related questions from the Jason Show Facebook page. Okay, Leo, let's roll. First up is Christine. She asks, hey, Jared, are COVID procedures the same in all airports with all airlines? Great question.
Yeah, so thankfully, everything is kind of streamlined. No matter where you go in the U.S. or elsewhere in the world, there's a mask mandate for the most part. So just masks as soon as you enter the airport, as soon as you get on the plane, still mask, and then when you leave, mask.
I will add, and I don't mean to keep bringing up Hawaii, but it is a news you can use. A flight attendant on our flight said, okay, we're here at the airport, run off this plane. Because it's almost like going through customs. Hawaii makes you go through a screening process where you have to show a QR code that you're negative. And she goes, there's 4 flights landing right now. You two run off this plane. And we ran and we got in the front of the line.
Saved you a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see who's next. Rosalie. Hi, Rosalie. She asks, trying to go to California for MEA, is there a chance flights will go down in price or should I buy now?
Yeah, so MEA, that's like, what is that, 4 or 5 weeks out? So we're starting to get in a crunch time where flights start to get more expensive, especially during MEA. So what I would recommend is go to Google Flights and go to their Explore button. And if you're open to going to, let's say, maybe San Francisco, maybe San Diego, type in like 5 or 7 different California destinations, and then have that Explorer tool pop up and see which one is the cheapest.
Okay.
Because that's a very high demand time to travel.
Next is Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Jared, as one acquires a few credit cards for miles, how long do you keep them?
Cindy, this is a question near and dear to my heart.
You're the Yoda of this.
My wife and I have had over 100 credit cards in the last decade, which sounds, well, it is a little mental.
But, it's fine.
Yeah. But what we always say is, keep the card open for, 10, 11 months. And, if you have an annual fee coming up, ask yourself, is it worth keeping this card open? And if it's not, just close it, use the miles, close it, and look for another card. That's what I would recommend.
I've done that. I've done all of your tricks. It didn't ding the credit rating that much. There's a fluctuation. Temporarily, it dings it, and then it goes right back up, unless you don't pay your bills.
Yes.
Jeff and Karen have the next question. Hi, guys. Priceline, Expedia, Travelocity, which one offers better deals?
All right, Jeff and Karen, if you're booking flights, I'm a broken record, use Google Flights. Yep. You get to book directly through the airline, and that is just so important. For hotels, use those tools, Travelocity, Kayak, or whatever. But once you find the hotel and the price you want, I would still recommend going directly to the hotel's website and booking direct, because if you have any issues or need to cancel, it's going to make your life so much easier.
We recommended it to a relative. We said, book through the airline, check those, but booked through the airline. He didn't. He needed to cancel, and there was a hullabaloo. And I said, no.
It is.
Finally, Jody asks, we are tentatively planning a trip to Disney this winter. Is it safe with COVID numbers going back up? We can tag team this one. You guys know this. I've been there in the height of the pandemic for Job 3, and I've been there when numbers have dropped. I'm not being flip. I have felt safer there because of all of their rules and guidelines, and you're predominantly outside. I have felt safer there. I feel safer there than I do sometimes going to the Home Depot, or no offense to Home Depot, but I feel safer there than I feel going to a store or a restaurant where I'm not sure.
Other public places.
Yes, I feel totally safe, and I've been there 5 times and felt totally safe, and continue to feel safe.
Disney's taking it pretty seriously.
Very seriously. You can't be a Yahoo. I mean, they'll immediately remove you. So yeah, I feel very, very, very safe. Jared from Thrifty Traveler, give it up everybody for the latest travel news and deals. Head to, you know it, thriftytraveler.com. If you are a traveler, Jared said broken record, I'll say it again. If you're a traveler and you like the best deals, sign up for the premium service. It's helped, my friends, it's helped us many, many times. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Thank you, buddy. Where's your next trip? Oh, now that was out, wasn't it? Oh, crap. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh. Almost. Ow! Okay, I want him removed. See, I love children. 4 months ago, you saw me play tennis for the very first time with mixed results. That's a kind way of saying it. I had so much fun playing tennis, the Jason Show team decided to have me try a similar sport that's been growing in popularity the last few years. I'm playing pickleball in the latest fish out of water. We haven't even began the piece yet, and they're playing pickleball right here, and I almost got hit. See, watch me. I can't even concentrate on you because I'm concentrating with not being pelted right here by a pickleball. AJ, I will begin with question number 1.
Sure.
What is pickleball?
Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in this country. It's a wonderful cross between badminton, ping pong, and tennis.
And AJ saw my tennis piece shot at a Lifetime a couple months ago. I did pretty well, didn't I? Oh, crap. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You were telling me some shocking numbers of the growth. What are those numbers?
Well, during the pandemic, pickleball is the one sport that grew about 22%. So we've gone from about 3.6 million people 3 years ago to 4.2 million currently. And it's still on track to get to the 5 million by next year. So everyone and his or her dog and cat are playing pickleball.
It used to have a kind of dusty reputation. It used to be for, like, my grandpa, but not anymore. I mean, the demographic stretch is evident right here.
Yeah, we've had to redo all of our PR shoots and everything else because the average age now in this country with pickleball is 43 and a half.
What is the structure of the game?
The learning curve in pickleball, if you've never played anything, you can play pickleball in about 10 minutes. And I'm giving you an aggressive count. You're keeping score, you're playing, so everything there becomes so much easier. And you're getting 40% more calorie burns than if you were just walking or exercising. Very easy on the joints.
Okay.
Less movement. And yeah, there's quite a bit of work now coming out with reduced heart attacks and cardiovascular as you get a little bit older.
All with pickleball. All with pickleball. Now, really? Okay, we're here. Here's the pickle net, the pickle paddle that I stole from that woman right there. I told her I'd take good care of it. This is the actual pickleball.
This is the pickleball, yes, yes, yes. This is what the pros use.
Okay.
Now, I just want you to do this for a little bit. Just like that. That's pretty good. Relax for a second. Now, let's just go over the net. Put up just like that and just bump it back. Come on, come on.
Okay, that was good, that was good.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, because AJ said if he can't teach me in 2 minutes, not 10, he's fired.
I did say that. We're doing the same thing.
Okay.
But you can make me move a little bit, I can make you move a little bit. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now I make you move. Wow. Wow. There we go. And he's gone. Wow. Hey. Yes. No. You just won the point fair square.
You are fired and I am hired.
How'd you do that?
I didn't think you'd be that good.
I did not think you'd be that good.
That was pretty good. That was incredible. I can't believe you made this. You cannot. Wow.
Are you hearing that? Eric, I hope you have that on camera. Hey, Jay. Eric just said something to me that I want you to be present for.
Sure.
Eric has been with me 7 seasons. We've done what, probably 100 sports? This is the only one I've ever done well.
Wow. By the way, the truth of the matter, we didn't stage this at all.
No.
I mean, you did what you did. Oh my gosh. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah. Thank you, Kendall. I was athletic for like 30 seconds. No, I liked it. Mikey liked it. I loved it. I was sweating, and it's a heck of a workout, but it is a lot of fun. And that wasn't for TV. I actually did pretty good. Thanks to our friends at Lifetime Fitness for giving me a lesson. They're always willing to torture me and have me do something new. But all kidding aside, if you are looking for a great workout and a really fun game, my friends Lori and Julia from the radio station love it too. It is awesome. I probably have never, I can say this. Out of all the sports pieces I referenced, this was the only one I really enjoyed. The rest of them I hated. Golf was all right. But no, I really like pickleball. No, I like golf. Anyway, again, thanks to them. They're a great crowd out there. They have a pickleball league at Lifetime, for heaven's sake. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap things up with Kendall and more right after this. But neighbors of the courts don't like it because of the noise. Oh, if you could only hear what happens in the commercial breaks. Welcome back. Stay connected with our show on social media. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's very easy to remember. Jason Show TV, right, Kendall?
Yep.
Or our personal accounts, Kendall Mark and Jason Matheson. Anything fun on yours today? Anything fun on your personal? Any wine tours or anything?
Thank you. I go on lots of wine tours to my living room and to my kitchen and back.
That's right.
That might be the only thing.
You ready for today's mystery question? Our bubblegum goodbye. What song always puts you in a good mood? The answer, plus we're saying goodbye to the audience when we come back. Back in a moment. It's kind of the opposite of yesterday's question. Wrapping things up for this Wednesday, halfway through the week, Kendall. Let's say goodbye to our audience, our dear friends. Kim, thank you for being here. Always a pleasure to see you. And Michelle, thanks to both of you. And I can't wait for you guys to get our new mug. Okay, so bubblegum goodbye question of the day. What song always puts you in a good mood? Ladies first.
There's 2, per usual. The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. It just takes some time. Little girl, you're in the middle. That part. Okay. Or Into the Mystic by Van Morrison.
Oh, that's a beautiful song.
Isn't that a good song?
Does that have any sentimental
for sure.
connection?
It's like my family listens to a lot of Van Morrison.
Okay, I like that. Mine is Let's Hear It for the Boy. That's my all-time.
Let's hear it for the boy.
Yeah, the Denise Williams version. That's my favorite song of all time. And then I love Save the Last Dance for Me.
How's that go again?
Save the last dance for me. I think it's the Drifters.
No,
that's Michael Bublé's version. But thanks for trying.
I do know
Jeff.
that song though.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Okay.
can
Okay.
dance.
Yes.
Yeah. This one. Oh.
I didn't know there was a different version. I only know the Michael Bublé one.
I could fall in love with a tree if I dance with a tree to the song. I find this song to be the most romantic.
Really?
I love this song.
Taking you home.
Now you know it?
In his arms you're gonna be.
Here's the chorus. So darling, save the last dance. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The Drifters,
I think it is
right,
beautiful.
Jeff? Yeah. Anyway, there's our songs. Hey, tomorrow on The Jason Show, a local music group hits the water for their new music video, Wait until you see this. Have you seen this?
No.
I haven't seen it either.
Ooh.
We'll see it with you. That's tomorrow. But right now, that's going to do it for us today. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Come on, Kendall, let's go dance.
Okay.
COVID-safe dancing, but you know.
Say it,